And hello and welcome fellas to another series where I will cover all the openings for all the civs for all the situations that you may find yourself in Age of Empires 3. Today we're gonna have a look at the Germans. German's opening is straightforward but a little hectic at the start. First thing we want to look at is the amount of grades we have. In the vast majority of the maps, we start with 300 food, 100 wood and 100 coin. Imagine a digital checklist. So the first thing you want to do is to get one settler wagon on wood, one settler wagon on coin, and one settler wagon on the food crates. And when the wood crate is done, you want to get the settler wagon from the wood crate to wood, the settler wagon from the coin crate to coin, and the settler wagon from the food crates to food. So that you have one settler wagon on food, wood, and coin each. See, I'm doing that. And you also want to abuse the teleport mechanic from the town center to minimize walking time. The coin one goes on coin, the wood goes on wood, and the food one gonna hurt this hunt in so it doesn't run away. And we have done that. Done. The next thing is the priority from treasures. You see, I was quite unlucky with my starting treasures, but it is what it is. RNG is a thing. I have 40 food here, 35 food here, plus 15 food that you get from the boar. And there's another food treasure over here. So I found myself in quite the predicament. Since the priority from the treasures that you want to focus is on the beginning, wood and coin, to minimize the gathering rate time that you have to need for the hunting dogs. And after that, you want to get the fastest way experience possible to get the first shipment in. Because you have to keep in mind that Germany does receive shipments 17% slower. Not that they get shipped 17% slower, but they receive the shipment from the experience. So they need 17% more experience to gain a shipment than other vanilla civs. For example, China, Brits, and so on and so forth. So you either want to go for experience treasures, or you want to have a look at the kill XP and check your XP you need for the next shipment that you get your first shipment, because the first shipment is the most important thing in the opening. Okay, now to the market. Once the market is built, you want to buy wood. And in order to buy wood, you need 125 coin. Let's see why I'm gathering coin. See, this one goes to here and towards the hunt and the town center. Yeah, and the coin is slowly starting to build up. Sadly, I did see the wood like very late. As soon as I saw the wood, you see what I do? I get those wheels from wood to coin, so I can get the hunting dogs earlier. So the goal is to get the hunting dogs as fast as possible without idling your town center. Now that I got the wood treasure, I was looking now for experience. At this point, I was looking for an experience treasure, like that one. But I was looking, my character was on cooldown. And I was quite sure that I would not get the Plague Doctor and the dogs down by the time I would get the shipment. So I was looking around to find something else that I could kill. So I would rather think that if I could kill the Plague Doctor or the bear. I was deciding on the bear because the wood is gonna be useful later on. Because spoiler alert, you do want to chop wood in transition. And when you want to age up is that you want to queue up villagers until we have 17 population. Not 17 wills, 17 population. Because setter wagons do count as 2 villagers as 1. So equally, they do cost 2 population each. So don't look at the number here, look at the number on the top here. 17 is the goal. You can age up earlier if you have a really good age 1 in terms of food. If you find like 100 food treasure and 70 food treasure, for example, you can age a will earlier. We're gonna give you some more tempo. But for the beginning, I would recommend to stick to the 70 will. So yeah. And it's really important to emphasize that you want to get the first will as fast as possible. Because the faster you queue your first will in, the faster you can age to 2. I'm looking still around for some more treasures. But spoiler, it is not really that good of a treasure. So I'm aging up like 3.7, 3.8 is about the time when you want to age up. So the next part of the checklist is that you want to gather 375. No. Yeah, 375 wood and 125 coin in transition. 200 wood is going to be used for the trading post because Germany desperately needs a trading post. And if you happen to be not on a trading post map, you want to chop 50 wood less and go for a church instead. Because Germany really needs their experience since they do gain 2 units in H2, 3 units in H3, and 4 units in H4 respectively for their shipments. Which is 300 resources respectively in H2, 450 in H3, and you know, more in H4. And usually as soon as you click the H button, you want to get Gangster going. And Hunting Dog and Steel Trap. That's your next checklist. Hunting the Gangster first, because it boosts your wood income by 10% for just a mere 100 food. Which is a margin. Yep. My explorer is now going to build the trading post. And on an important note, if you happen to lose the hero, that's fine. It can happen. The emergency solution is that you build a trading post then with your settler wagon. It's not over then. You're gonna be on the back foot, but it's fine. Like if you overestimate the damage your explorer does, or underestimate the damage the guardians do, or if you're getting caught for whatever reason, it can happen. It's not the end of the world. Then you will build the trading post with a settler wagon instead. Why with a settler wagon? Because settler wagons are not only 2 wills, but they also build much faster buildings than wills do. And they're also more tanky, so you're not as dangerously exposed to lose a will. Okay, we have built the trading post, we have built the market or text that we need. I know research a gangster. Gangster placer mines. And now I'm chopping 125 wood, 125 coin for the steel traps. So we're going to research as soon as we hit the second age. I like queuing a will as soon as I can. Maybe even 2 if you can. Because the beginning of H2 is pretty hectic as well. Because you are going to send in 3 settler wagons, but because we get 2 units as well, you're gonna be pretty damn housed. So what you want to do is you can actually manipulate on where the crates spawn. You see that I have the rally point on the crates on the south side, because this is where my majority of the wills are at the moment. If your wills, for example, are on the north side, you can select your town center and right click on the north to let this crate spawn in the north instead. I'm running them there now because they're gonna automatically gather the crates once they spawn. There are the crates. And as soon as you gather the wood, you want to queue up steel traps, you want to get a house, you want to get a stable, and you also want to get a second house done ASAP. Of course, you're going to be pretty housed. And in the meanwhile, you also want to keep exploring for the opponent, what he's going to do. Scout his hunts. To see where you're going to raid, where you can hurt him. Yeah, house getting built, and then... And there are two different openings, either the stable or the barracks. Depends on the on the matchup. But most of the time, the stable side is going to be the opening of your choice. So I'm scouting now the opponent side with my explorer to see where I can raid. And the units are also on the way to the opponent side. It's only against CPU, but you know the drill. It's also very important to know where the opponent's eco is. And yeah, first round of units is done. And when you are housed, it's not a shame to buy 100 wood to buy a house. Like the first 2 or 3 buyings you do on the market are pretty efficient. And you're going to be houses, it's like no way around it. It's no shame on buying wood for the first 2 or 3 times to build a house before switching 2 or 3 to 4 wheels on to wood. Since wood is gonna take a while to arrive, so you may have to buy 200 wood to build yourself to houses, to not get housed. But yeah, this was pretty much the Germany opening. If you have any questions or something I've missed for whatever reason, can happen. I will do the video if I have to. Drop it. Yell at me in any way possible. I hope it was educational, and I will see you then on the next opening I'm gonna do. Bye!